What's up, YouTube? Today I'll be doing a Devil May Cry review of the anime, and I will also draw Dante as I am doing so. So sit back and enjoy the show, I guess. So, first of all, I grew up playing Devil May Cry when I was younger. Honestly, I had the second one, and I had gotten it from my cousin, and I remember, like, whoa, this is just like the most epic like shit possible. Honestly, like this is just fucking beyond epic. That's all I remember thinking whenever I saw Dante when I was little. And like as I grew up, like I had wished that like there was an anime. And then boom, Netflix came out with one. And this Netflix anime, I gotta tell you, is like everything that I loved about early 2000s culture. Like they have Last Resort by Papa Roach in the show, which is just fucking epic. Like, I can't tell you how epic that was when that scene happened. I don't remember exactly when it started playing, the song did, but if you watch the anime, you all know what the fuck I'm talking about. Like, that was like a reminiscence of like early 2000s AMVs from back then. Like, that was just like beyond epic. And, um, I mean, I'm just like diving in, just like right into the good stuff. But in terms of like Dante's character, I thought they did him some justice in this anime. They made Dante brash and like hot headed, just like he usually is. He always wants to just get to the fucking action, like Dante usually does, which I don't really blame him because I mean, you're slaying demons, like, might as well, you know what I mean? Shit. It's just epic, man. Like, in terms of story, you know, the story was pretty cool with the VP Rabbit and like how he was trying to like take over hell and all that. I thought like, whoa, this guy is insane. I mean, it opens up with him like trying to steal the sword, and he just comes in and he's just like swinging. He really makes his presence like known in the show. Whenever VP Rabbit is like on screen, I believe that's his name. Uh, Whenever the rabbit's basically like on screen, man, like I just lock in because whatever he's saying is just like amazing. He's even funny too, like his jokes about like America and stuff, like blowing stuff up and just shooting stuff. Highly accurate towards American lore, honestly. So let's be honest, all Americans really do is just blow shit up and just like and fight. You know, he knows exactly what America's about. And Dante's character, like I said, he's pretty accurate in my eyes from the video games, from what I remember. They obviously didn't follow the storyline from like one or two, uh, at least not to my knowledge. But the story that they did present with the whole merging of the demon world and the human world was cool as hell. That's really all I can describe it as because I mean this anime is just like everything you want in an anime. Honestly, they even like I said, it's reminiscence of like 2000s culture. Like just the anime alone has like AMVs within the anime. You can cut scenes from the anime and just put them online without even having to edit or put in music because the rock music is like already there. You know, I thought that was like pretty cool. Um, uh, my favorite character from the show, honestly, had to have been obviously Dante. But other than Dante being my favorite character, my other favorite character was the rabbit. And also, I do think the vice president was pretty cool. Like, if we had a vice president like that in real life, my God, like that would just be too much for the world to handle. America would just be too epic if we had that type of vice president. That man just like always about all action. And I do like how the action was actually presented in the show. The fight scenes were cool. My favorite fight scene was when they were on the bridge, and like Dante has like the motorcycle, and even the other demons were like, "Whoa, like he's cool as hell," Like even the other demons had to acknowledge how cool Dante was. You know what I mean? Because it's fucking Dante. You know what I mean? Like the demon hunter. This dude's legit. And I think the most annoying character in my eyes had to have been Lady. I don't really know her name, but I believe her just name is Lady, actually. I looked it up. Uh, Seeing her on screen just made me frustrated because I'm like, girl, like, come on now. Dante's over here trying to save the world, and you're over here, like, getting in his way. Especially, like, when she took his necklace, it's like, you really think that, like, you can keep this necklace safe? Like, come on now. Dante's, like, the most powerful demon human hybrid in the world, you know? If anyone can keep that necklace safe, it's him. And you just go and take it because you think you know better. Like, no, girl, you don't know better, Just let Dante's do his job. Stop getting in the way. I do think that she was cool, though, overall, in, like, character design and stuff. I will say that. And her whole, like, armor was just epic. I mean, even the way she fought, other than, like, her being annoying, the way she fought was really cool. I mean, she was just kicking ass whenever she was on screen. I just don't like her whole personality of, we gotta put Dante away and put him in jail and all that other stuff. Because it's like, dude, you really want to be out here fighting these demons as a human without powers when you can have the help of a demon hunter? Like, come on now. Use logic here, dude. That is not very smart of them, honestly. Um, in the first episode, when they had kind of just like jumping around here from like what I remember, because I really did not make a script for this. I'm kind of just reviewing the anime as I remember. Um, on the first episode, when they had shown Virgil, I was like, whoa, this is like way too early to show Virgil. And then it turns out it wasn't Virgil, it was actually just a demon, which I'm grateful for because if they had shown Virgil in the first episode, that honestly would have been way too much, at least in my eyes. I don't know about other people, but I don't want to see Virgil at least until season two. But the way they did him at the end of this the show when he had showed up to save the demons from the detention center in hell, oh man, that was epic. That was super fucking cool. He just like showed up with the sword, to save the demons, and I presume to save Dante as well, because it's like you gotta save your brother, whether you want to or not. You can't just let him rot in a detention center. I like to think that like if I had demon powers and my brother was captured, whether he was annoying or not, I'd save him, from a detention center in hell. Especially the other demons as well, because it's like at the end of the day, you may be half human, but those are still your people, to an extent at least. Or they're more of your dad's people, but they're still your people as well. I do think though the government could have handled this whole situation better, you know, like locking up Dante at the end of the show. I do not think was a well calculated move for humanity. That was very stupid of them, honestly. Like you locked up your number one weapon, and it's not like Dante didn't want to fight for America or anything. You know what I mean? As long as like they offered him money, he would have done whatever they asked. Because Dante, at the end of the day, is just like a bounty hunter. who just loves to throw hands. So it's like, dude, like, come on now. I can go ahead and dry this off here. Make sure the ink doesn't like spill or anything. This is just like a relatively quick drawing, honestly, of Dante. Like, with like my take on him. Yeah, the mocking of Dante was not the best idea. If I was the vice president, I'd have told Dante, look, man, here's like a 6-figure salary, a couple $1,000,000 and a mansion. Um, we're just gonna need you to save America from demons every now and then, dude. Whenever I call you, just like come out and fight these guys for me, you know? I feel like Dante would have obliged, you know, because at the end of the day, it's Dante, you know? I feel like that would have been the best action towards saving the world. Alrighty, now it's time to color Dante, you know? Sorry about the silence here, you know what I mean? I think my other, like in terms of like ratings for the show, I'd definitely give the show a 10 out of 10 because I really don't know how, like, else you can make the show even more perfect, you know? I'm pretty much just like waiting for season 2 at this point. Please don't mind the background sounds. I'm just like outside recording this. My neighbors are rude. Cars going off and stuff. I feel like you gotta like go fight whoever is setting off their car in the morning like that because that's just rude for the neighbors. But also let me know in the comments like what was your favorite like Dante moment, you know what I mean? Like from the show. Obviously most of you are probably gonna say the same thing I did with the uh, motorcycle scene because that scene was just too fucking epic. I also like how they did the parallel story of Lady and the rabbit, you know? How they showed him like he was just really just trying to save the demons and also humanity in his own like weird, messed up kind of way. Because it's like at the end of the day, he's a hero, but the hero of his own story. You know what I mean? Like for the demons at least, that's their Superman. You know, he was really just trying to help him cross the border illegally and stuff. So honestly, man, like shouts out to you, dude, because that is a big task to do, even in real life. Trying to cross the border to get into America is very hard. Actually, you know, it's not that hard. People cross the border here all the time. But crossing a dimensional border, I imagine it's got to be way harder. You know, can't imagine having to cross an interdimensional border with like kids and stuff, and then parents. You know, that's got to be quite the egregious task. Add some shading to his hair and stuff. You know how Dante is. Sorry, I'm gonna go silent here for a minute just to lock in to make sure the paint isn't like messed up and stuff. But the whole backstory with like Lady, even though like she wasn't one of my favorite characters, just really added for annoyance. I really did like how they did her though. Like the whole like Batman type of storyline where like her parents were like almost attacked by a demon and then her dad like descended into madness. Like I totally get it, dude. You know? That just makes sense why she is the way she is. At the end of the day, I'm not gonna sit here and act like I don't understand it, even though she is annoying. But I do get her hate for the demons, you know? It's understandable. Gonna go ahead and get some paint off here for a second. Go ahead and re-ink this line really quick because, you know, just add like some Goku Dragon Ball Z sparks here for him. The whole Mad Hatter story too, with like the Alice in Wonderland thing. I did not see that coming with the bunny. And I know I just keep using the word epic to describe this show, but man, that was epic. Like, I think that's just the best word to describe the Devil May Cry anime. Honestly, was just like epic as fuck. You know, like it was just too cool. You know, and definitely a 10 out of 10 in my eyes. And here is Dante from Devil May Cry. You know, so I gotta like zoom out really quick here. Yeah. Thanks for watching my video. Please like and subscribe to my channel and tune in for more anime reviews that I will be doing in the future.